Welcome back to Fallingfoxgaming, everybody. I'm your host Blaine, and today we're picking up with some more Kenshi. Several days have passed, and Fox arrives with the first shipment of building supplies for the new crew to begin rebuilding hub. Now New meets Fox at the gate because he's got some exciting news, something he could hardly wait to tell Fox. In their travels, the wandering tradesman that has these spiders had an extra one. Not necessarily an extra one, but one he was willing to give to Fox and the crew for the work they have done. Now, it's not fully operational and it needs to be fixed up slowly. As they find parts, they will bring them in and Fox can pay for them regularly. But the frame is what's important. The machine is almost complete, it's just missing a few parts. With that, our defenses are functionally complete. We have a hub defense robot and a guard posted at each of the entrances now. They are effectively gonna safeguard the entire base. Now, a wandering bandit will not know that one of these robots is damaged. In fact, the only person that knows which one is actually damaged is Fox. Otherwise, they stand stationary, unmoving. It's impossible to know which one does not function properly. But that's okay, for the fear of the robot alone will keep the bandits at bay, and it has. Back to the job at hand. New has set out at setting up the first buildings that need to be rebuilt. The first plans have been laid, and the building sites have been prepped. All they need now is workers and supplies. So let's take a look at what we're doing. So as we can see, we have several buildings prepped and ready to go for repair. The first building we're going to repair is this big snail house here in the back of the hub. This building here is going to take, 23 supplies to fix up, which we can do. It's not that big of a deal, it's just going to take some time. This is going to help complete this section and give our guards a stationary area. Now, my plan is to turn this into a sort of a hospital where our guards are going to use it as a resting place first, but over time, we're going to try and turn this into a proper medical facility for anyone here, including members and residents of the hub. Next up, we have this larger building here in the back. It's not, large, it's a medium building here in the back. We're going to turn this into an armory. We can fit in roughly 10 to 15 very safe, very secure cabinets for weapons, armor, and ammunition. So that is all we really need. We could put stuff up on top too, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to put some crossbows mounted on the front here, so that way we can actually shoot anybody that may be coming in from this entryway here, or even potentially coming down this way here. And these two buildings here are going to be, or these three I should say, I'm sorry, I forgot about this one. They're going to be resting stations for any travelers. And I mean any. People that are coming in from the outside need a place to stay. One of the big things with the hub is that we haven't had a place for travelers to stop aside from the tavern and these abandoned buildings. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn them into resting places for travelers where they can come and stay for a single night free. After the single night, they'll have to come and pay for a room respectively, or if they don't have the money, they can help work, and then at the end of the day they can have a free room and whatnot. So that's kind of how we're going to begin with the hub. Now, restoration is about to begin, and Fox and New have a lot to discuss. Some of the important details with the hub are being discussed, and in all honesty, New believes that we could have this place up and going in a very, very short amount of time. All the buildings that are destroyed, they're not actually in that bad of shape, they just look like it because they haven't been tended to in a long time. So New has brought up a suggestion. We could just rebuild all the current buildings without modifying them too much and let the residents kind of have the buildings back. The people that have been here, the people that have squatted here, the people that have, contributed to the hub just existing currently could have some free residential space. So that way they can actually help, improve the town. And by doing so, he thought of an idea. What if everybody here that got a free house basically would become part of the local militia? Now, this is not going to be a military force by any means, but they're going to be responsible for defending the hub. They're going to be the people that are going to take turns guarding the armory, manning the walls, We're going to get some turrets up here. Well, some more turrets. I already have a couple, but I mean, in all reality, we need more than just one on each side. And by doing that, we will make the hub a secure place where bandits will just simply never attack. Similar to our base, where bandits have ceased attacking because they know they can't do anything about it. In fact, we've actually had several starving bandits come by and we just give them food because, hey, we have abundance of it, they don't. We're happy to share. And those bandits have shown up back here wanting to become part of what we're doing. Now, to be very clear, I am not using any mods to change this currently. I don't plan on using any mods. Some of you that may be hoping I am going to use mods, I'm going to avoid doing that for this. The hub is I'm going to try and keep kind of the way it is for a couple of reasons. One, because I think a lot of people don't actually ever rebuild the hub, and the hub actually looks really cool when it is fully completed. I may use a mod or two to kind of adjust the location of some of the buildings so that way they're not so close together, because that actually does cause a couple problems. But overall, I'm going to try and just kind of leave this so that way the hub can be refurnished the way it was. Aside from that, let's keep building and see what's next. The building is complete, at least for now. Here in the back we have the snail house completed. This will one day serve as a medical center for those of the hub. And not only that, we're going to dedicate a research station here as well for scholars that want to come and learn. Now, as of right now, not too many people have shown an interest in it, but Fox hopes one day people will want to learn, not just survive. The small buildings here are completed, and we'll be installing beds or bedrolls here, at least momentarily. The armory building is complete, but there's some foundation issues, and currently we're not going to be able to actually put in our furniture because we need to fix the foundation first. So that is on hold. But luckily, upon inspection, New and Fox discovered that this large building here was almost perfectly intact, and all that we needed to do was rebuild the structure itself. Foundation was pristine. So that building is fully completed. This is going to be the new command center for the town. This is going to be the town hall. This is going to be the central located, well, I guess not really central, but close enough. The central point to where everyone can meet up without being, at the tavern like we normally are. We're going to turn this into a meeting hall, a place where anyone can come with their ideas, pitch them to us, or not even us. We're not going to be the rulers of the town. We're handing it over to the hub, but we're going to be on hand in case anything comes up. But for now, that is kind of where we're sitting with the hub installations. Next time we come back to the hub, we're going to have some of the furniture installed, and progress is going to continue on with or without us actually being here observing. For us though, we have something else to do today. Since returning to the hub, Marty has made it very clear that he wants to assist in the hub's rebuilding at all costs. Money is not a concern to him. He will throw whatever money he needs to help the town. Fox has finally thought it time that he talk to Marty, one-on-one, with no one else around, and get to the bottom of his generosity. Overlooking our outpost, knowing full well that the only two places nearby are busy with their own things, Fox confronts Marty and leaves no room to escape any of his questions. It's time to be direct. It's time to be blunt. And the conversation begins slightly after dark. Marty VonMasters, it's time we talk. Since we've returned, you've given a great deal to help the hub, the people of hub, the residents of hub, and the travelers that pass through. You've given a tremendous amount of money. Why is it that you give so freely? The people of hub have nothing to offer you. There's no such thing as a free good deed. Even I help the hub primarily so that I can have a close ally. What is it you seek to gain by helping out the hub? And do not tell me you just want it to prosper. Why do you want it to prosper? Oh, my boy. There are things in this world that you don't understand. Powers at play. Things that go bump in the night. The hub is one of those such places. The shinobi thieves are great people, but they harbor many secrets. Many terrible deeds have been done by them. Sure, they help people nearby. But have you ever wondered why they have places in every single town? Hideouts. Places to lie low. Honorable folk don't do that. I was once an initiate when I was younger, but things don't work out the way they plan. I come from the United Cities, if you must know. My family made a great deal of wealth. Trading, actually. I am not a nobleman, as I said. VonMasters is a made-up name, a traveler's name. Something that only a few people will truly understand the reference to. And those that do understand it know to show me respect. The shinobi thieves are one such people. Don't misunderstand me. I do want great things for the hub. But not for the reasons I guess I have stated. The hub needs to become a bustling trade route once more. A lucrative hub for trade. A place where people can come freely. Trade without the thieving hands of the United City Guards. Or the fanatical purifists of the Holy Nation. Or the thuggery of the Shek. Fox, my boy. The thing is, the people of these towns all want one thing, and that is to squash the small folk, to crush the traders and make sure trade does not boom. Have you ever wondered why we haven't crawled out of this wretched world and become something great? There's always something holding us back. There's always something in our way. It's our leaders. I guess I see your point. I have seen that even the leaders of the Shek have kind of come down hard on the tradesmen and the common folk. But I don't understand your goals, your endgame. Do you really think that this will help the common folk? No. It won't help much. It's something to pass the time, honestly. The thing is, the people around here, they need something to believe in. That's you. You're the first person I've come across that seems to want to help people, genuinely. Even if your goals are simple-minded and sometimes seem selfish. You seem to want to help the greater good. The fact that you wanted to create a neutral city between two of the most heated rivalries in this world proves that. You want to help delegation from the high powers. At the end of the day, all you're going to do is help the people see that there are better ways than what their governments provide. I cannot protect the citizens of those nations, and I do not promise that. Where are you getting these thoughts? It's easy. I listen. The traders know that you are out for the small folk. Look at this. As we stand here, you've created the first true outpost in how many years? You are fully self-sufficient. Who else has done that? You started out with a small band and rose to something great. Sure, you may not have the military training of the greater cities. And sure, maybe one day you may be crushed by one of those greater cities. But for now, you've proven that you and all the other people of this world could rebuild if we put our hearts to it. That is what I want, my boy. It will never come in my lifetime, but at the very least, maybe if we help the hub, others will see. This world needs to rebuild. If we continue the way we are, everyone will perish soon enough. Fair enough, I suppose. What is your end goal here with the hub? I need to know exactly what you plan on doing once we've rebuilt. What happens when we complete the buildings, the construction? What happens once the people are satisfied with this town? They will never be satisfied. Human thirst does not allow for that type of satisfaction. I only hope that the people of Hub can govern themselves without inner turmoil. Money seems to be what's holding them back, so look what happens if money is taken out of the equation. Once the buildings are all paid for, once the buildings have been reconstructed, I will leave. I will continue on the trade routes, and I will listen to the stories of Fox. And I will see what will become of you from afar. His conversation with Marty has left several things on his mind. Fox overlooks his small fortification and realizes that Marty is actually correct. This might be the first true outpost that's self-sufficient that this world has seen in a very long time. Everywhere they've gone, everything is old, everything is decrepit, everything is on the brink of collapse. But not our fortifications. Everything is solid, brand new. Even if we use old designs. Fox begins to wonder if he can perhaps convince the people of Hub, the people of the United Cities, the people of the Holy Nation, the people of Shek, if rebuilding is the better way to do things. Honestly, he's not so sure. They seem to be pretty set in their ways, and in all honesty, people don't seem to change their mind around here too often. But Fox believes it's worth a try. And with that, we're going to take a pause. We're going to take a break here. We're going to call this a day. So the thing is, we have a little bit of work ahead of us. And let me explain what I mean by that. Here in the hub, we have several things that we need to take care of. There's a lot of rebuilding. Everything from the furnishings of the hospital, the city hall, the resting places, the armory. That's going to take some time to set up. So the hub is going to be busy for a while. We also have to finish getting the materials to fix up the rest of these buildings. These buildings, I think I'm actually pretty close to being able to repair a good chunk of them. And so we may get on with that sooner rather than later. But first I want to kind of plan out what they're going to be used for before I just kind of repair them willy-nilly for no real good reason. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. And as always, if you guys like this episode, please do me a huge favor. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't, and don't forget to comment. See you guys next time.